as we catch back up with our heroes, Enid, Boot, and Ma, they have been following the pack-down track of the ants who have been dragging away wedding guests. And it's been about a day and a half. Those guys have been chasing after these ants who were not subtle in their track making. They squashed down pretty much all vegetation, swept dirt out of the way, all those things as they dragged and carried people along. There's, you find different dropped bits of clothing. You find you find a watch every now and then. You found a letter that said, it was a sealed letter, and it said, John and Alex Balbier across the front of it. That was at one point. A torn piece of a fancy coat, pieces of cloth and fabric, flowers, crushed rose petals, things like that have just kind of marked the way. So it's not been difficult to follow where the insects drug all of these wedding guests off to. You have pushed yourselves about a day and a half. You are pushing pretty much on without sleeping, without stopping. But you cannot catch up to these insects. They also are not sleeping, and they are not stopping, and they just maintain their pace. And so you may, when you come over a ridge every now and then, see the party of ants up ahead, but you have not been able to catch up to them yet. You have woven through the forest where you left the steeple and the stream and all the excitement, through the woods, and you have come to the edge of the forest. So you went up over a mountain ridge. That's when you saw the ants down below, and you've come to the edge of the forest. And as you come to the edge of the forest, you're looking out beyond into a large pasture, and there is, right beside the path that was beaten down by the ants, a log cabin. So this is a one-story log cabin. It's got a moss growing on these thick oak logs that have been laid up. It has a tin roof that surely rattles when it rains. There's a stream, a little babbling brook that flows by, crystal clear. You can just see right to the bottom, and there's little salamanders and things that you see in this very vibrant, very alive stream. There's dappled sunlight coming through the canopy. As I said, you've got poplars, and you've got hickories, and you've got oaks, and just this beautiful mixed canopy. And you're looking at this quaint little cabin on the edge of the forest.
Oh man, thank God! I gotta go to the bathroom so bad.
Why you gotta go to the bathroom in the cabin? You can pee standing up.
Yeah, but we've all been pissing in the woods. Why haven't you been?
I've been peeing in the wood. I gotta do the other one.
We do that.
Well,
in the
don't
woods
do
too.
that in the cabin. Do it in the woods. You're gonna stink up the cabin if you go in there.
No, I want to relax.
Also, I feel like I raised you two much better than just go knocking on some people's houses and, trying to use number twos in their bathrooms.
I didn't even
You gotta
say
get
I
to know
wanted to
someone
go
first.
in there, Mom.
Hey, man, they don't call it hospitality for nothing. And I'm gonna walk up to the cabin and give a go gong 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 on the door.
So as you knock on the door, it goes ahead and swings open. You realize at this point that the lock has been broken off the inside of this door. So whatever was holding it shut has given away, and the door swings open as you knock on it.
Boat, you can't be just banging out people's doors and breaking it.
You don't know your own strength.
I'm just gonna kind of do one of the. I'm just gonna kind of poke my head in, kind of just like keep one of those things where I just lean in.
Yeah. So there's natural sunlight
looking
coming
around.
in. There's 4 windows, 2 on each, the front and the back of the house, and the house is facing to the south. So it doesn't get east and west, morning or evening sun. It's kind of a nice continuous stream of sunlight coming in through the windows. This is a single room. There's a rug on the floor. It looks like deer skin. It's a number of skins that have been kind of sewn together. There's a bed against one wall. It's neatly made up. There's a table over in the center of the room, a table and 2 chairs. The table has been flipped over. The chair is pushed backwards and flipped onto the floor. The dishes that were presumably on the table are on the ground, broken. The rug seems as if it was pulled, as if something heavy was dragged across it towards the door. And yeah, that's what you kind of look at. There's a little food prep area. There's some dishes in the sink over there. In the sink in the wash basin.
No bathroom.
There's not a bathroom inside the cabin though.
Dang.
Take your shit elsewhere.
Well, I don't got no choice now, do I? Hey, y'all seeing this in here that I'm seeing?
It don't look right, that's for sure.
Yeah, some sort of commotion. It looks like there's been a struggle.
Can I go ahead and make me a investigation check, see what I can find?
Yeah, sure.
Let's
Go
see
ahead.
If I can kind of tell what kind of critters are causing these. Oh, that's gonna be a nat 20 from.
Oh. Ma, you walk in and start looking around through
Ma knows her critters.
Exactly. You're looking around. It seems there was definitely a struggle in here. There was whoever was inside the cabin was taken by force out of the cabin. Obviously in the middle of their meal. And that's really what you see. As you also search around, though, you can see that there are some, the rug has been kind of pulled away a bit. And as you kind of go and inspect that, you see underneath the corner of the rug that was pulled back, an irregular cut in the stone floor that was previously covered by the rug. So you've got, it is a stone floor, but there is actually a split in the stone that does not match up to the normal stone lay that you would expect in this floor. And you're only seeing that because the rug was pulled as something was dragged across it.
Okay, first thing first. How long ago does it look like they were taken? Can I tell that from this? And does the food still look edible that they were in the middle?
Yeah, man, I was thinking that same thing. I was like, what's that food like though?
Yeah, so it's not a long time ago because there's still nothing that's dusty. It's not rotten, it's not mildewed, anything like that. It's still a fairly clean home other than the mess in the center of the room. There's some bread and sort of looks like a soup. The soup is kind of out on the ground and wouldn't be all that good, but you probably wouldn't be above picking up that bread. If you do pick it up, you're going to find out that it's pretty rock hard, and you would guess from that it's probably been 2 or 3 days.
That's fair, but I got me some jowls and some chompers being, half orc and all, so I'm going to go ahead and chomp on some of that bread while I go and check out that stone floor.
Okay.
Oh, you don't know where that's been.
It's been right here.
With
I know.
Get some of that.
Here.
Y'all are
It's hard. Be
disgusting.
careful.
Oh my God.
Ain't it?
I'm hungry.
with your investigation check there, Ma, you are able to slide the rug back a bit more, and this is clearly a false floor that has been set down underneath the rug. It doesn't appear to be locked or anything. There is a notch that was carved out in the stone, which looks like a grip piece to put your hand in and pull the piece backwards and out.
Boo, Enid. Get your weapons drawn.
All right.
I'm gonna open this door and see if anyone's down there. But I don't know if they're gonna be hostile or if they're gonna be a friend.
All right.
So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna open up the stone floor.
Okay. So it pulls back, and this is about probably a 2 foot by 2 foot square. Kind of what you would expect for a little trapdoor size to be. You pull it back 2 foot by 2 foot square. It's lighter than you think. The stone is definitely a facade that was meant to match the texture of the other rocks hidden underneath the rug. It comes out pretty easily, and you look down into this 2 foot by 2 foot square. You can see the top of a ladder descending down into the darkness, and it's just pitch black.
Hey, is there anyone down in there? Hey, we're friends. I'm coming down. Don't you be attacking me. Let me see. Do I have any lighting cantrips. I do not. Do I have any objects that can create light? You said it's pretty dark down there, right? Like
It is. Yeah, it's pitch black down there.
pitch black down there. Oof.
I got a torch.
I have cooking utensils. I could make a quick campfire and throw it down there.
I have a torch and a tinderbox. So why don't I just
you use your torch? I don't want to use mine.
All right, it's fine. All right, put it. There you go, Mom.
Thank you. I'm gonna take the torch and I'm gonna go ahead and descend down that ladder.
All right. So you descend down the ladder. It's about 10, 11 feet down. So this is a full-size room. It has a dirt floor. It is dry and cool down here. The first thing you see are some dried meat that's hanging up from the ceiling. As this cured meat that was set up. You see some shelves that have jars with what looks like food in them. So, pears, peaches, things like that, pickled or canned. And you see what's a canning station there. So there's other vegetables and things in largely unmarked cans that are stacked up on these shelves. Kind of some prepping, some getting ready for a dark time. We'll keep your investigation check going and just say you are doing a very thorough and admirable job. You look around, and over in the corner of this room, which is about 10 by 10, it's a fairly small room that you're down in, and you see over in the corner, kind of laid out, is a almost like a weapons display. There's a chainmail shirt. There's a shield with a crest on it. There's a spear. The crest has it has this sort of purple banner with an elk head over top of the banner, and you recognize this as a royal guard outfit from a nearby town, the town of Knox. You also find over there a pouch of gold and some travel papers, documents that seem to let this person come and go from the town of Knox as if they have official business.
It's a purple banner with a white stag.
Yeah,
on
with
it,
with an elk, with like a stag's head with the big horns and everything.
Mom, if there ain't nobody down there, get them peaches. Those look real good. Are those pickled like spiced peaches? I'm so close.
It sure looks like it.
Yeah, you should bring
Get that turkey too.
Oh, I've already made a sandwich out of the hard bread and the jerky. That's what I call Mom's Russian sandwich.
I haven't been able to take a single bite out of my bread, so why don't you toss some of that meat up for me, please?
Why don't you guys come on down here and get your own food?
Fine.
I'll stay up here and keep watch just in case someone comes home.
Yeah, all right.
Enid is gonna go down there.
As you start to move towards the opening, Enid, the hatch that has come all the way off. It was on hinges. It's been set off to the side. All of a sudden, it flies through the air back into the opening, sealing it shut as it was before. Ma, you hear a loud bang. The ceiling is now back as it was before you pulled the trapdoor out, so you can clearly see where that pieces fit in, but you have no idea why this was sealed in or how it was sealed in. And all of a sudden, the temperature in the room starts to fall, and you hear a grinding, moaning sound just all around you.
Shit.
All right.
What do we do?
Oh my God. We gotta get this thing open. Let's get this thing back open.
I got a hand axe, and I'm just gonna start wailing at the floor.
Okay, you start just hacking away.
Yes.
It is a stone floor, so that's gonna be a long road to hoe.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of look around with my torch that I, thank goodness, took with me down here.
Yes.
Do I notice
Yeah, you're looking around. The dust is starting to fall from the ceiling, just kind of generally all across. The foundation of this house is shaking. Enid and Boot can definitely feel it upstairs. The wailing and grinding just sound is getting louder and louder. This wouldn't be Maw's point of reference, but it sounds like a train is coming right at you underground, like a subway train. And you know how like the subway station will just kind of that's what this room is doing, and it's getting louder and louder as it approaches.
And if I go up and try and open up the door, how shut is it? Can I try to make a strength check? And
yeah, you can try to make a strength check.
All right. I think Maw's my strongest character. Okay, I got a dirty 20.
You got a dirty 20. You start to press you're starting to press this passage up and off of its fit square, and Boot and Enid can kind of see it coming up. And as you're trying to press this thing up and you're fighting, you hear a voice, and it's this almost sickly sweet woman's voice that sounds deeply familiar and deeply disturbing coming through the north wall. You hear the voice say,
Gretchen McCall, it is I, Glacia, daughter of Asmodeus. Your debt is due. The veils grow thin. Ambrazul's prison floats to the surface. You will play your part, as we agreed.
And your torch flickers and goes out, and you are in total darkness.
Glacia, you still there? Look, I know we made a deal long ago, but I ain't doing nothing to hurt nobody.
You hear a voice that seems much farther away say,
You will play your part.
So that's what this was all about, huh? Trying to get me alone, vulnerable. I can't trust her at all. I was going to go ahead and try and see if the stone will open up now.
Yeah. Yep, it will.
Yeah,
It lifts off quite easily now.
You know, grabbing it, probably helping out, pull it off. Mom, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just
What? That's some hell of a draft. Close that
Them
door.
peaches though.
Yeah, what about them meats?
out of my pockets, I pull out the peaches and the meats.
Oh yeah.
You already gathered that stuff up. Okay. Did you take anything else while you were down there, or do you want to go back for a second trip? Is that the idea?
And do you want any of his? I don't think this man's coming back for any of his stuff. I don't know if any.
Well, let me go down there and look at all that stuff. So.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
As you come down, you see what looks like a bronze serpent coiled on the floor in the center of the room. And it definitely was not there when Ma went down the first time.
Y'all see that? Look at
Ma,
that thing.
you know exactly what this is.
Hey, don't touch that.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna go ahead down there and I'm gonna gather it up.
no,
Okay.
I'll get it.
Yep.
I'll get it.
Ain't it?
I ain't no pussy.
Ain't it?
I'll kill
Ain't-
it. Don't worry about it.
Ain't it McCall? Listen to me.
Ma knows her critters.
All right, I won't touch it. But what is it? Why are you so afraid of this snake?
This is the copper scourge of Glasson. So this is like a cat of nine tails, like a whip with multiple heads on it, and woven into the heads are these little they're not diamonds, but they're diamond shaped little copper beads that are woven into each of the lashes that go into this nasty looking whip.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. Do I feel anything like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like the other end of the deal that you made.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. Poop, Enid.
Mm.
Before I found you guys,
Can I get some more food and then we'll go up and talk?
yeah, let's go have a talk.
Okay.
I feel
So
like
I'm
I
gonna
can't
just,
keep
like,
this from you anymore.
Gather a
Ain't it-
charcuterie board of crap and then bring it.
Oh, nice.
But it's not going to be arranged real pretty. It's just going to be help yourself.
I'll take the meat.
All right, now I'm ready. Let's talk.
All right. Before I found you two, I was married. I know you've seen pictures of old Gilbert McCall.
Yeah.
And well, one day we were attacked by some critters, some big critters, some werewolves. And well, Gilbert didn't make it, and I was weak. I was on the verge of also being killed myself. And I asked for help. And I got an answer, and I got help. But it wasn't from the best of people. And
Who's it
now,
from, Mom?
let's just say they're from the South, but not the good kind.
You
And
mean like hell?
yeah, I mean like hell.
Oh, jeez.
And you know, she made me stronger, and I was able to get out of that rut. But she told me she'd call on me one day when she would need a favor, and I would need to pay my debt back. And well, it seems like that time is coming. Thing is, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do nothing to hurt nobody. And if there's a time when it seems like I'm being forced to hurt somebody that I don't want to, and you guys know I wouldn't want to, if there's something that I feel like I'm forced to do, I'm gonna need you to stop me no matter what it takes.
I ain't no.
I need you to promise.
It ain't gonna come to that.
Well,
It won't come to that.
why are they calling on you now? Why didn't they prevent all this happening from, like, what? Let them call on me instead. Like,
I'm not putting that burden on you.
I don't want you to do that. I want you to live out the rest of your years in peace. I don't want you doing that. That ain't fair.
Sometimes life isn't fair. You know what wasn't fair? Gilbert got killed, and I'm still here.
Well, what's not fair is our parents dying, and now you doing this too. So
We don't know what she's gonna ask me to do, but odds are it's not gonna be something good. Maybe we'll be lucky, and I just have to open a door or something, some type of simple thing like that. But I just
Well, Ma, you always said, you dance with the devil, you get burned.
Yep. I did always say that for a reason.
well, now we know it from experience, huh?
I didn't realize it was anecdotal.
I'm gonna lift up my shirt just a little bit and show us a burn scars. I'm not going all the way up.
Oh.
Good.
That's actually where
I know we're
burned
getting.
it's like I have almost like the same scourge that we just found, like a burnt into my skin. You get burnt.
Well, this is a lot to process. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed.
I deserve that. I made a wrong choice. I know that. And that's why it's my responsibility to deal with it. I don't want you two getting involved.
Well, it's too bad you shouldn't have made this family if you didn't want us to get involved. So now we're involved.
She's
That's
right.
all I gotta say.
You guys don't need to
Maybe
concern.
we can Maybe we could like go talk to like that devil's manager or something, and like, we could, I don't know, maybe we can make a new deal.
I don't think you don't want to make deals with devils. Trust me. I've
They
like I
always
said,
lie.
Yeah,
Or
you
we could
get
kill it.
burned.
We could kill it. Let's
Enid,
kill it.
Enid, you are
I
one of
bet
the
we could kill it.
Enid, you are one of the strongest women I've ever met. I've watched you toss boulders, but
Oh.
I do not think you have a chance
Well,
on defeating the priestess of hell.
Maybe not ain't it alone, but all three of us probably could. I mean, you've been training us whole lives.
we
Well,
could probably get
the
some help.
part where you, yeah,
We could probably put up
I
some
know
flyers. Get a little army.
people. Yeah,
There's
think-
people out there that love you. They would fight for you.
There's people out there that love me, but no one's gonna go up against a devil.
Oh hell, I bet you they would. I bet you'd be
they
surprised.
got all sorts of books about people going up against devils.
You read?
No, I heard about it from somebody. That's what it tells me. I'm a little bit embarrassed. I'm gonna just grab my bread.
Try some of the cheese, that yellow cheese with that thing that I also found down there. I don't know what it is, but it's good.
Don't have to tell me twice.
So
Not bad.
I'm not opposed to you guys. We can maybe go to a library, and Boot can read us a book on how to deal with the
Well-
devils, or maybe we can ask around and find a way to deal with it. But
Oh,
I do not think fighting the devil head on is the way to do this.
I don't
But
think I still have the library card.
Enid, you were the one in charge. You're the responsible one of us.
That's true. That's true. Well, I mean, I've been having fun sitting here and stuff, but we still trying to get them ants.
Yeah.
I think we got
mean,
bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, but
Well-
what about the ants? They could have
Well-
done this. I mean, they could have tore this place up.
What's gonna come to me is gonna come to me. Boot's right. We saw people and folk being taken by them ants. It's our sworn duty to protect people, so we should go and see if we can.
All right. Well, I mean, we're gonna at least try to rest for once a little bit, or
We've already been here for a little while. Why don't we just go ahead and, take a short break and eat up some peaches and meat?
Sounds like
All
a
right.
good night.
Yeah, so you guys make yourself at home in this cabin and have a nice meal of the canned foods that you find and the dried meat and the peaches. And honestly, it's probably the best meal you guys have had in quite some time. You get to unpack the story a bit of Ma and her husband Gilbert and their unfortunate tangle with the werewolves. And, Ma, the details of the deal are pretty fuzzy in your mind, as is not uncommon for warlocks who don't exactly remember all the specifics of what they signed on for. That's not uncommon, but the gist of the story is pretty easy to convey. So you guys have some family time together and leave the next morning well rested. You come out of the house, and off to your right is the pathway that the ants had clearly made, and it runs sort of beyond and continues on northward, and you follow it. You follow it on through the forest and then out into the fields that you saw. And these are beautiful rolling pastures. There's wildflowers. The sun is out. It's 70, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Just beautiful day. And life is good. And again, you've got this pasture with about a 10-foot wide stripe of grass that has just been pressed down, and it's starting to come back up, but it's not hard to see where this grass was pressed down, as a large number of little feet carrying heavy loads passed across it. As you move over the ridge line and down into the lower part of the pasture down near where the stream was flowing from the cabin, you come upon a rather horrific sight, as there was definitely a herd of cattle here at one time, and there's still kind of a herd of cattle here. The cattle have collapsed, and they appear to have been sucked dry. They're just skin pulled tight over bone, and there's probably about 24 cattle spread out across this pasture, and all of them are in essentially the same state.
Gretchen feels real guilty about eating beef jerky now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm glad we ate it last night, because sure as I'm not gonna eat it now.
You guys move on by. You know, it's another half day or so until you come to the edge of the pastures, and you're heading up into the foothills of the mountains. And as you come to the edge of the pasture, you reach a corner of the of one of the fields that has been divided off with a split rail fence. So there's the pasture that you're in, and there's a split rail fence, and there's a gate that goes out of the pasture into the forest and the foothills beyond. And in front of the gate, it's got one of those irregular grates that lay on the ground to prevent cattle from walking over. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. You see them a lot in farms. Cows won't walk over just these uneven surfaces, so you see them a lot where the trucks go in and out. And so that's where, you know, obviously there's not trucks going in and out here, but the same system of a dugout kind of grate that the cattle are not going to like to walk across. That is what opens. There's an opening in the fence, and this grate is in there. And then in front of that opening is just sandy red dry dirt, because this is clearly where the cattle will come to be fed, over in this corner of the pasture. And lying in that dirt, right about 10 feet out from the grate, is a baby.
Is it alive?
Roll me a perception check.
All of us? Or just...
Yeah, sure. You guys can all roll a perception check.
I'm gonna roll this one because I got a nat 20 last time.
Dirty 10. It's a 10 for Boot.
That is
with a
gonna
plus
be
4.
a 13 for Enid.
I got an 8.
All right, Enid, that baby is moving a bit. You can see it. It's not making any sound. You're not hearing any cries, but that baby has life in it.
She's running. She's gonna run to the baby.
You're gonna run straight to the baby?
Gretchen's following.
We're
too.
running behind her. Yeah.
All right, you're running behind her. All right, so you get close, and this is just a naked baby laying there. And as you get close, it starts to move a bit more frantically.
When I get like within a couple of yards of it, I'm just gonna be like, "It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry you're naked."
Okay.
Is it making like any sounds now that I'm kind of like within a couple of yards of it?
It's still not making any sounds, but it's definitely moving.
Can I want to just go and pick it up, but can I insight check the random naked baby in the middle?
Yeah, you can insight check the random naked
right.
baby.
Right. I mean, I want to trust the baby because it's so dang cute, but like I just
It is a super adorable baby.
Oh man, okay, I got
like
15.
a cherub.
You got a 15. As you stop, you're about what, 12 feet, 15 feet out from this baby.
Yeah.
You stop yourself because you just want to go grab that little baby up off the ground. But something about this baby not crying is just not quite right.
One of y'all's that's good with like magic stuff. Will you look? I don't know. I'm pretty torn here. I really want to go play with that baby.
Can I make me an Arcana check?
Yeah, you can definitely make an Arcana check.
Oh, geez, my Arcana.
Throw like a rock at it or
-1.
something. I don't know.
Don't throw a rock at no baby.
Oof.
Like a small rock, ain't it? Not like a big one.
Hey, Andy, what's a 5 gonna tell me?
Not a thing. This does not appear. There are no big runes clearly laid out in the grass. That's what you get with a 5.
So,
I'm gonna.
Boot's gonna take his longbow, right? He's gonna take his longbow, and he's just gonna try to like poke it, like in the leg,
Poke
very
him.
gently. I'm not gonna hurt him. I'm just trying to. If you,
It's
you
a baby.
suspicious
You're gonna.
too?
I know, but like, if it's just a real baby, you're gonna bruise it.
It's
So-
gonna be fine.
So you've got your longbow and you're holding it at the very end and you're reaching out and poking it. Is that what's happening here?
Like like doing the head turn thing, like just in case it
You're
blows up.
touching- And
careful.
so you poke the baby, and its little leg kind of moves and kicks when you poke it. But
You
again,
got
it's not
reflex,
crying
man.
or anything. It's just like it's It's clearly alive. It is clearly moving. And it does not like to be poked, but its activity level has definitely increased as far as how it's wiggling around and everything on the ground
Oh my god.
from you
it's so
poking it.
All right, I'm gonna go pick up that baby. My maternal
Wait,
instincts
it's naked. Can I tell what gender it is?
I don't think you can. It's not. It doesn't. It's not clearly a boy. We'll say.
All right. Anyway, continue. I think you were gonna.
I got like I'll just take because I wear scale mail. I have like heavy armor on, so I'll like kind of like pull my shirt out from under my armor and be like, "Here, Ma, wrap the baby up in that."
All right, I'm gonna go pick the baby.
I'll do it.
Swaddling cloth.
I'll do it. I'm gonna do it.
Enid, you gonna try and get this baby?
Yes.
All right,
Fine.
swaddle the baby, and I'm gonna go ahead and hand Boot's shirt over to Enid,
I will do it.
All right.
just like the possum.
If you walk up to this baby, and you take that swaddle and you grab onto the baby and you pick it up, but the baby doesn't come up, and you have a moment of terror about this baby being stuck to the ground, and all of a sudden the ground around you explodes, and I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Hey guys, it's Snavellette here. You probably know me from places such as, well, as this podcast. I really enjoy playing Scarf, Jay Lachey, and Gretchen McCall. And I know I really enjoy playing with my partners. Maddie Fuller, who plays Amari, who plays Roy, and who plays Enid. Then we've got Dustin Bays, who plays Bert, Boot, and Severe. And then, you know, obviously we couldn't do any of this if we didn't have our wonderful Dr. Andy Rourke as our Dungeon Master. Our Dungeon Master with an animal pasture, as I like to say. Because he's a veterinarian, and I'm sure he's helped a horse somewhere on a pasture, cow pasture. Anyways, thank you guys again so much for giving us a listen. It means the world to us. If you guys like what you are hearing, you know, feel free to share it via word of mouth. You could share us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, any of those things at BragPod, BRAGPOD. And yeah, just anything, any type of sharing really means the world to us too. You know, it kind of helps other people hear about us, helps it spread. So if it's something you like and you want other people to hear it, it's nice to do. Unless you're a hipster. I mean, I know I've been a hipster about plenty of things, but I grew out of it. Thank you guys again so much, and well, hope you enjoy the rest of the episode.
And I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
All of us are just Enid.
Just Enid.
I knew that baby was going to blow up.
No, you didn't. No, you did not.
That's why I didn't have no kids of my own.
I got a 17.
17. You let go of that baby and dive out of the way just as a half dozen 5-foot-long hairy legs burst out of the sand, trying to come together like a Venus flytrap and grab you. and you are able to dive out the end of that Venus flytrap that's coming together, and that baby is gone. What you see now is this insectoid beak, and that baby, you can see it moving inside the insect's mouth, and you realize that baby is the tongue of that creature that has now exploded out of the ground with these half dozen long they're like mandibles. They're like these little insectoid arms that are reaching out, and there's this sort of chomping mouth that's a good solid 3 feet wide. This is a huge mouth with these tendrils, and this black body is kind of similar to an ant's body, except it's much thicker. It's a big round body, and it's got these tiny little legs that are what had it anchored down into the ground. It's broken up into a big thorax section, and it's got this even bigger abdomen that was buried and has now come out as the creature has continued to pursue Enid with these long legs that are almost the whole length of its body out in front of it, and they're snatching and grabbing at her. And let's roll initiative.
Oh, jeez.
That's like some Tim Burton stuff right there. I swear I saw that on Beetlejuice. I did not.
Gretchen
I
McCall
got
got
I'm about to
16.
switch dice.
a 19.
I got a 4.
You got
I've-
19, Enid?
I haven't rolled a single Nate this round.
I rolled a 2. Or is it? No, Nate's a 3. Makes
That
it
just
3.
means Ma's too powerful, honestly.
Ma's pretty buff. Ma has 17 strength. I got a 16.
All right. So, Enid, as you are able to dive out of the way here, but you are still clearly surprised as this beast just emerges from the ground. This is clearly a sit and wait predator that is fully set up and ready for action, and you just grab that baby. So it is going to spring forward and try to bite you for 14 to AC.
Oh, that hits.
It does hit. You do get bitten, and you are going to take from this bite.
Oh, would you say she got bitten by the terrible tooths?
I would not. I would not say that. You're going to take.
Only you would say that, Nate.
Yeah, only you would say that. You are going to take 7 piercing damage from this beak that grabs you, and you're going to take also 1 point of poison damage from the saliva of this beast. And I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
My goodness.
It's gonna be a 17.
All right, you're able to push this beak back open and wriggle out of its jaws, and it is your turn.
All right, this thing pissed me off. When I get pissed off, I don't use my family heirloom. I use my great axe because I want to hack and slash. And I'm gonna pull out my great axe and I'm gonna just fucking swing.
All right,
Swing at
come
it.
on.
That is a 17 to hit.
That does hit.
That is a 8 damage.
That's 8 points of damage. All right, so you smash into the side of this insect's carapace with your axe. Ma, it is your turn.
Oh,
Alright.
wait.
Oh.
As of my bonus action, at the end, I would like to rage at the end of my.
Oh, you were just enraged at how you were lured in with a beautiful, adorable, sweet, heavenly, angelic baby. And you can still see the baby inside the creature's mouth, and it's just flopping around. It looks happy as can be inside.
It's so adorable.
It's super adorable inside its poisonous beak.
All right. I think I need to put someone in timeout. I'm gonna reach for. I think first I'm gonna reach back instinctively for the scourge, but then I'm gonna have second thoughts because I don't really want to use that, and I'm just gonna go ahead and grab my my spell spell. Wow, I'm having a brain fart. I can't think of what it's called when you. What is the thing that people? My spell focus, which is my my wooden ladle.
Okay.
I'm gonna point it right at the beast, and I'm gonna cast an Eldritch Blast right at it.
Okay.
I feel like when Boot sees Ma grab the ladle, just instinctually winces. She's like, "Who?"
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The old wooden spoon.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 23.
Alright. That definitely hits.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and do. Oh. Is that really? I don't have a plus anything. All right, that's gonna be 1 damage.
Okay. Good old Eldritch Blast.
That's Ma's turn.
All right. Boot, you're up.
But all right, he's gonna I think I was poking with a longbow, so the longbow's already in the hand, so he'll just put her in firing position, grab me there an arrow, and just shooting straight. He's gonna shoot that thing straight in the ass.
Okay.
A 10. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit. So this is a deceptively quick insectoid.
Swing and a miss. All right, I don't got any bonus action, so that is Boot's turn. I'll probably back up a little bit. I'm gonna step. I was like, I'll just take a full movement away.
Okay, so you're gonna back up about 25, 30
25 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you drop back and
Get a little distance.
away from this beast. Enid, you have done the most damage here with your axe, and the insect still seems quite fixated on you. He's gonna jump forward again. Those 6 hairy legs trying to come together to form like a construction digger shovel, that kind of comes together and pulls in. So he's trying to grab you and roll you into his mouth, but he's rather sloppy, and you're able to again avoid this lunge. It's your turn.
I'm just gonna flick him off, and then I'm gonna just hack and slash. I'm just really
Slash and wacky.
That is a 24 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Sweet. So, D12. Shit, cocked. That's really good. It's base 11 plus 3 plus 2
Oh wow.
because I'm enraged.
Oh,
So,
very nice.
16.
16 points damage. All right.
I'm
So
going straight for the baby.
You smack him right in his baby, and you smack, and yeah, and that's when you actually hear the baby make noise. It goes,
No! I didn't want that!
Enid, it's a real baby.
I feel like Enid hit it with the flat side of her axe, and just slapped its ass, spanking it.
All right, Ma, it's your turn.
All right, Ma's not messing around no more. She's gonna go over to try and get. Can I try and move to the side of the creature?
Yeah.
But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get over on the side of it, and I'm gonna put my hands together. I'm gonna cast Burning Hands.
All right.
So it needs
You
to
put
make
your hands on the creature's abdomen and thorax, and you cast Burning Hands.
and it needs to make a Dexterity saving throw.
All right. How dexterous is this insect, you ask? Huh? No. Natural 20. This thing is quick.
Does it take
ducks
half?
and kind of wriggles back into the sand and pulls away from your
Okay.
burning hands.
So it'll still take half damage.
All right. So it's going to take. So yeah, roll some damage.
All right. So I got an 11. So what is that? 5 or 6?
Yeah, it'd be 5. It rounds
Five.
down.
Round down.
All right, cool. Yeah. This beast does not look happy anymore. Boot, it's your turn.
Do
All right,
something.
here we go. Take 2. I'm gonna do something this time. I swear. Going for an arrow again. I'm just gonna.
Arrow to the baby.
While they're taking their turns, I was testing the wind. I throw a couple of pieces of grass up in the air. That way. And I'm going straight for the baby. I'm gonna let go. Come on. Hey, let's Yahtzee. 23.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
All right.
With that, you shoot an arrow right into its beaky maw, and it sticks into the baby's bum. There's a adorable baby bum with an arrow sticking out of it now.
Like a clumsy Cupid.
And that's gonna be 3 damage.
All right. All right. You guys are just bringing the pain with your level 1 powers. All right. So you yeah, you shoot it right in the baby, and again, and the arrow seems to have lodged into the baby's bum. And with
Shut
that,
that baby up.
yeah, with that, the little legs that are actually underneath the body of this creature begin digging just frantically back, and you see it kind of moves forward and moves back as it's been fighting, and now it goes down, and you see the front legs are very adept at digging. They kind of these little paddles, and they're moving this loose dirt that it was hiding in before out of the way very quickly, and this thing is pulling back down under the sand and just jiggling as it goes, and next thing you know, it's only his head and these grabbing arachnoid or insectoid legs out of the sand, and then even they go down into the sand and they just jiggle so that the sand is kind of jiggled over top of them, and you get the impression that this thing is right underneath the surface, but that it has attempt to withdraw and hide.
Can I make an attack of opportunity since I was in melee if it was running away or something?
Yeah, totally. Yep, you can.
Oh, and then since I ran up next to it, and you even said I put my hands on its thorax.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You guys can both have opportunity attacks.
Yes.
And
I'm gonna
since
use-
I'm really far away.
No, I'm putting my foot down with boot. No.
I got a
Alright.
14.
14 does hit.
Ah, yay.
I got an 11.
11 does not hit. So, Enid, you get a parting shot as that baby with an arrow in his bum disappears under the sand.
I rolled a 7 plus 5 because I'm still enraged. You smash that thing one last time right on top of the head as it disappears under the sand, and you hear the baby go, no, and it disappears under the sand. But it's my turn now, right?
It is your turn. Yeah, it is your turn. You don't clearly see a target here. This beast seems to have gone into hiding, subterranean mode. And it is soft sand, so it's not like it left a tunnel. It is submerged under the loose sand that you guys are standing on.
You need to be careful.
Well, I don't want to lose my rage, so I'm just gonna try to use my instincts and just use my great axe to just slam at the damn sand.
You're just gonna slam your axe down into the sandy ground where you think the thing should be. Is that the plan?
Indeed.
All right, roll me attack roll with disadvantage.
Alrighty.
Ain't it gonna blunt your blade?
13.
That hits.
Yes!
Oh,
yeah.
That is an 8.
that's so you. So your blade comes just thumps down into the sand, and you hear a loud crack, and the whole area convulses one good time, and sand kind of flies up in the air. and then it stops moving, and you can feel that your axe is still embedded.
I'm gonna try to get it back. I want it back.
Oh yeah, you can kind of pull it back. I guess what I'm saying is it is stuck into the carapace, and this beast is no longer moving.
I think I killed it.
You get it?
I don't know. Y'all want to come double tap it?
Might as well.
Yeah.
I'd come over and just kind of like
Hell
blast
yes.
an eldritch blast into the spot.
Right,
Yeah, you can. Sure.
right at my
I'm-
axe, but don't hit my axe or
I'm gonna-
I'll be pissed.
Get your
I'm
ass
gonna-
out of the way.
Yeah, move your damn axe, Enid.
It's stuck.
I'm gonna take my bow and put it on the ground and like put my feet on it and then take an arrow and just pull it up and then skoosh.
And I got an 18. Does that hit? Yeah, it does.
It definitely hits a dead bug.
And I rolled an 8 for
Oh.
damage.
It's 8 more points of damage. It is more dead than it was before. Mark.
That's right.
Right.
Teach you to mess with my family.
Stupid.
Oh, I'm gonna
babies.
pull my arrow back out of the ground that I just shot into the ground. But
And then I'm gonna just, I guess,
Ma, you know that critter?
act out.
That's a critter. I'm not familiar. Well, do I know that critter?
Does Ma know that critter?
Oh no,
No, I do not know that critter.
Really?
I hate it.
There's
I
something.
never want to see one ever again.
And Ma's never seen bugs like those big ants before either, right? That's kind of a newer thing too.
Yeah, these are not your standard issue bugs. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is not something that Ma has seen before.
I
These are
think
not normal creatures to your locale or possibly your world.
There's something going on with the bugs lately. I'm sure you noticed those ants were a lot bigger than most ants we've seen.
Yeah, I ain't never seen an
Little
ant that
bit.
big.
And now this, what is this?
They're
A baby
like,
trapper?
Well, I think we discovered it, guys. And we should take this time to name it. But is Baby Trapper, like, scary enough? Because that thing was terrifying.
I think
The
was
baby was cute. The baby was god awful cute. And I feel gross and vulnerable. That's why I went after it the way I did.
I'll have to say 2/3 of the babies that I have found abandoned have worked out for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's you too.
She means us. But,
you just saying that, Ma.
Yeah, I say that to all the babies I find.
Can I take like a trophy or a souvenir of this weird thing? Because if we tell people in
Take
town,
the baby.
they ain't gonna. I don't.
Enid,
I
you're
don't
not
want to take
taking
the
the
baby.
baby.
I'm not taking the baby. That's gonna be like people are just gonna
What if
say
we cut
"You
off
baby
the baby
murderer."
and it grows up into a person, though?
Oh,
You know?
no.
Is the
Because there's a
baby-
full baby.
Wait, the baby's underground.
Yeah, it's
I
all
did.
under the sand. You'd have to excavate whatever you want to have.
I just want to get like some of its little fingers.
Okay,
The
that
baby
shouldn't be too
face?
hard to find.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
kind of want the baby.
Well, you can get the baby. I'm not
neither
going
of you are
down
taking
as
the
a
baby.
baby murderer because if
Well-
you got like a little dead baby, people are gonna
Well,
think it's a real dead baby and not like a weird
yeah,
bug dead.
Let's take a look at the baby first. Yeah,
You
can we
keep
dig
it
it up a little bit? How
Yeah,
deep
sure.
is it?
If you guys can.
I
Yeah,
got.
you can
got a
definitely dig it
crowbar.
up. It's in this loose, sandy soil, so you can kind of dig with your hands pretty easily. And the first thing you find is the black carapace on top of its head and the hooked bill that had grabbed Enid and kind of pinched her. And yeah, so you're coming down on the top of it, so you can kind of dig around this beak, this hooked beak, and you can see the where those sort of legs that sprung up, sort of the trap legs. You can see how they come off the front of the bugs and around the head, so to kind of do that whole like scooping into the mouth sort of maneuver. And so they're kind of laid off to the side, so you're able to kind of get between two of those legs and sort of excavate the head. And the head is it's probably 16 inches from the base of the skull to the tip, the hooked bill, and most of that is bill, is open maw with a fairly tiny head that attaches to the thorax right underneath, and you're able to, what you see is that the beak doesn't even really fully close. The front of it kind of comes together in this pinching, grasping kind of hold, and so you're able to just see, even in the sides with the mouth closed, you can still see into its mouth, and as you try to dig it out, you're able to, however aggressive you want to be, you could probably pull the mouth open and get a better look in there if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely trying to do that.
Okay, so this is like
For
a
sure.
bug dissection piece where you are pulling the top of the mouth back, and there's cracking and popping, and inside is this beautiful baby that is not moving at all. It's completely still, and you see that the baby is attached to a big fleshy stalk that runs down the insect's gullet into its throat.
And shake the baby a little bit. Hey,
Yeah,
baby.
Don't shake it.
It's really limp because it doesn't have
Oh, you're
bones.
not?
Like you couldn't see it because
Okay.
it was sort of inflated and pumped up with hemolymph, but it doesn't have any bones, and so now it's a limp, very limp baby that is still attached to the throat of the insect.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take my arrow out of its ass, put it back in the quiver, and then I'm gonna take. I got a dagger, so I'll just take my dagger, and I'm not gonna cut it off, the baby off, but I'm gonna like try and get as much of the tongue with it. So
Okay.
tongue and baby.
Yeah.
And then
So you can reach back. You
maybe
can
it's
reach back into the throat and probably get a good 2 feet of tongue
Yeah.
plus the baby.
Oh, are you just gonna be carrying that around with you?
For it. I wasn't gonna carry it. I was gonna like tie it to my bag or something.
I'm gonna try to collect like the most,
Or not do that.
not the most interesting because that's already been claimed, but the most like unique thing about this critter, so that when I try to ask around about it, they'll be like, "Oh, I know what that is." Because I realize if I take one of the little fingers, people will be like, "That just belonged to a spider, you liar."
Yeah, the fingers do look like the spider fingers. They've got kind of these little hooks at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could try to take its head, but again, this thing is 16 inches long and probably a foot thick of heavy carapace. And now its baby tongue has been cut out.
Ma's gonna sit back and question her parenting skills. She watches her children pick apart this baby and this dead bug.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna take one of the little feet thingy because I know there's probably gonna be an expert Spider-Man in town. What's that motion, Ma? I don't know what that means.
Oh, I just had a twitch real quick.
Oh, all right.
Your arthritis acting up again, Mal?
Your
Yes,
arthritis.
Kind of gets going. My arthritis.
Rheumatoid.
Arthritis. But yeah, so I'm
Arthur.
gonna take some of the feet and I'll just take it to an expert. Because
All right.
giant spiders are pretty commonplace, so I imagine they'll be able to be like, those aren't normal spider feet.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so you're able to separate at the joint. When you kind of apply the correct lateral pressure, you're able to pop that joint fairly easily, kind of like a crab leg.
Oh,
When
delicious.
you twist it just the right way and it kind of pops out of there. That's at the joint. That's what we're talking about.
That's satisfying.
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, you guys are definitely feeling this is very rewarding. And Ma, how you feeling?
I mean, I'm still a little bit worried because I watched my daughter got bit. I'm a little grossed out at how they're treating this dead animal, but you know what?
I'm gonna wrap it. I'm gonna at least
some
wrap
unique
it up. Yeah.
Are you gonna swaddle it like we were originally?
Swaddle it in its own tongue.
Well, no, I'll like wrap the tongue around it like a cord, like you do with your controllers back in the day. Just like wrap it around it, and then I'm gonna take it and just like pig in a blanket style, roll it up in that shirt that I gave Ma earlier to swaddle it anyways. Then I'll just stuff it down in the bag. I ain't a real baby. Y'all stop looking at me like I'm some weird. It's a
I
tongue.
know. I'm just trying to anticipate what people are gonna think when you unravel that, like, in town.
They ain't gonna see nothing. They ain't gonna. It's gonna stay in my bag,
and
then when the weird guy.
You're not taking
wasn't,
that.
Are you gonna stuff it and mount it?
I mean,
That's
I
gross.
wasn't, but now I might. I wasn't thinking about it, but now that the idea's in my head, it's gonna be hard to get it out.
That's gonna go in your room, and it's gonna scare away all the ladies you bring back. I swear to God, it's gonna be hilarious. So I
will not have any stuffed baby tongues in our trailer.
Well, I'm just thinking, like when we go to watch, like, the shows and stuff, maybe, or like when we take the bus, maybe they're like in the front or something, Make it.
You're
it's
trying
asleep.
to cheat
It's
the
asleep,
system with having a stuffed baby around.
Hey man, the system's as cheat as it is. All right, you can't cheat something that's already cheat. You know what I'm saying?
I'm aware.
Like the system in and of itself is cheating.
I mean, to be fair,
I'm just trying.
If we take it to a local restaurant, I guess a lot of the times they let children under 2 eat free. So if you take the baby, it could eat for free.
And then you'll eat
this
the
baby
meal.
loves mozzarella sticks. Hey, this baby's like some jalapeno poppers, please. Put that on the baby's bill.
A baby's got spicy taste.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Boot's not so crazy, is he? All right. Now. Get out of here. I'm getting hungry. So,
Yeah.
And all I got is this.
As you guys take your hideous trophies and leave across the cattle gate out of the pasture with the sucked dry cattle and the baby lure, you guys you enter back into the forest at the foothills of the mountains.
Boy, howdy. What will those three get into next time? Well, I guess you're just going to have to listen and find out. Thank you guys again so much for listening to the Blue Ridge Adventurer's Guild podcast. It means the world to us, and we really enjoy making it, and we hope you enjoy it as much as, and have as much fun as we do. Our next episodes will be coming out in 2 weeks. Our live video version will be coming out Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern on October 31st. So if you're not too spooked and frightened and you want something a little more fantasy to get your day started, give us a try. Give us a listen. Prop up with your favorite bowl of cereal. I like Captain Crunch. Can I say that? I don't know the laws yet. Anyways, our audio version of that will be coming out that following Monday. So that's November 2nd. So you can find that on Podbean, on Apple, on Spotify. Guys, if you like what you're hearing, if you enjoy it, feel free to give us a listen. Please give us a review on iTunes, on Spotify. Give us a share, at BragPod on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on any of those social medias. It really means the world to us, and it's nice to just be growing in the community. We have a couple of shout outs to some really good podcast friends of ours. The first one is very D&D related. If you like the whole world building, the character building, all that kind of stuff, check out Be a Better Bard podcast. It's a couple friends of ours, and they take, kind of tropes and characters and everyday things and find ways to make them into characters. First episode, I believe, is about knights. My favorite is the Prince's episode, where I learned a lot about Aladdin. And did you know Aladdin had 2 genies? Yeah, that's a spoiler. The other podcast that I'd like to mention is The Bearded Ones. It's local comedian friends of ours. That's Jason Underwood and Evan Harris. Almost said Harrison Evan. Jason Underwood and Evan Harris. They do kind of a pop culture references and games. Right now in October, they're doing kind of like their more horror month. They've got a lot of spooky, scary themed, 1970s, 80s slasher film heroes as stand-up comedians. Did I say slasher film heroes? I meant villains. They're a lot of fun. Give them a listen. Give them a chance. Check them out. Guys, thank you again so much. It means the world to us. And keep bragging.